Alrighty, so it kind of runs around in circles trying to avoid all of you. And then it starts to make its way towards one of the vents, the same green vent that the yellow troubleshooter was looking at earlier. So she just gets up on her turn. Like, she's looking around, she's like, what the hell was that? And then she sees that thing running away, and she's like, oh, I need that! And she points at it, and she starts to scramble to try and get up out of this thing of dead bodies. So this thing is sitting right in front of a vent now. Emma, it's your turn.
How big is this thing?
Well, it's Lazarus right now. So it's like about the size of a...
It's about the size of this box. Okay, so clarifying question then. When the other robot had the glowy eyes and ran off, when Lazarus tackled it, it passed to him?
Yes.
And the other one is fine now?
Yes.
Oh no. If I were to... Okay, can I try to grapple it?
Sure.
I don't want to kill it, I just want to try to grab it.
Sure, you can grab it. So,
Okay.
roll for me. I guess you're gonna do like a kind of dive jump to see if you can grab it. Roll for me. Let's say chutzpah and athletics.
Oh no. Okay. But wait, I don't want to grapple it with my hands. I want to grab it with the grappling gun.
Oh, okay. Roll chutzpah plus guns. That seems
Not
right.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got 2 5s. So you manage to shoot at it and you grapple it. It kind of locks in place, and then you start to kind of bring yourself towards it. It then travels, like you see this like kind of little purple bolt of lightning travel up the grappling hook and into your cortex. And then your eyes turn purple, and all of a sudden it's inside of you, and immediately your vision is just flooded with sales ads. So just like 25% off death today, try it now, guaranteed satisfaction. So just like all this other stuff. And Lazarus kind of shakes open, like it just kind of shakes itself, and it just goes but yes, Daisy is now infected with the Dave, which means I control you on your turn if it comes back to your turn. Which leaves it to Drew's turn.
Okay. Am I still playing this very tripped out?
You're getting better, but you're not fully better. But I want to say you're coherent enough that you can at least kind of help.
Well, help is an interesting word, because out of concern, I'm going to run to Lazarus and see if he's okay.
So you slide on your knees to Lazarus, slide for a really long time too, because there's like goo on the floor. So you pick up Lazarus, you're like, my boy! And then immediately out of the vent, right next to you, this giant goo monster with half of Chuck in its body, like, dissolving, like, bursts through the gate, and it tries to attack you. I want you to roll chutzpah plus athletics.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. I got 3s and 4s out of 7 rolls.
So the thing, like, kind of punches you, and you go flying into the bodies, and you notice where it punched you starts to dissolve a little bit. So, like, your skin is dissolving. It doesn't dissolve your clothes, it's just kind of dissolving your skin. So I want you to mark that you are injured, because your skin is starting to form, like, this kind of rash that's burning itself. And you, because you got punched, you end up throwing Lazarus. It bounces off the back of Emma's head, turns purple because it takes the Dave from her, flies into the air, and then lands in front of Boris. So now, Maria, it's your turn. So Daisy is no longer infected by the virus. It's now inside of Lazarus again. Lazarus lands on its 2 wheels and just goes like a little supervillain.
I was told that the way to get rid of a virus is to clean it, so I'm going to take my scrub brush and I'm just going to smack Lazarus with it. Yep.
I want you to roll violence plus melee.
I'm so... that... Alright. Well... Alright. Got a -4 in melee, so this is fine. I'm a 5 on my Frank Computer dice, but... Then I got a 4 and 4 ones. And it is, it's really,
That's like as bad
it
as
is
it
really
gets.
bad.
Wait, was it on a
It's
negative?
really bad. It sure was.
Oh, cool. So, you die. I don't know. No, you just- so when you hit it, Lazarus grabs onto your scrub brush, and when you go to lift it again, you end up flinging Lazarus up into the air, and he ends up landing inside of a vent. And you can hear it like as it's like falling through these vents. It shoots out of another vent and into a hole in the ground. And then from the window in the middle of the room, you know, the one that can see the transport pod, you see it like land in front of the transport, like near the transport pod, but its wheels burst off when it does. So it's like got its little arm that it's like trying to climb its way to the transport pod. So that's what it's doing at the
Cleaning
moment.
didn't help. I imagine like the brush she was like,
Yeah, it broke it in the process. Or no, it's just a stick now. The actual mop portion just ripped right off of it.
correct.
That leaves it to Boris's turn.
Boris will give chase.
Do you want to just go down the hole that it went down? Because the other way is going down the stairs that you came from to get to the third level.
Across the hole. Actually, Boris will try to help Drew being attacked by giant monster, yes.
Oh yeah, that thing is still there. So
Yeah.
it's like roaring and everything like that and kind of trying to overcome him. What do you want to do to it?
Shoot it. Yeah, he's already pumped the gun, so shoot it.
Oh, with the Scumby gun?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll violence plus guns. So you manage to shoot it, but it doesn't kill it. It just kind of fends it off, and it goes back into the vent to get away. And with that, it's back to the Dave's turn. The thing is just kind of getting closer and closer. I'm going to mark a few things. It is closer. And you see the yellow troubleshooter just going, "We can't let that thing get away!" And she just pulls out her gun and points it at all of you, not at it, and just kind of like looks at you, and she's like, "Actually, I can't let that thing get away. Bye!" And she jumps down into the hole that it escaped down and kind of like slides on her butt to like get down there right in front of the Dave. And that brings it back to Emma.
Okay, so she's gone and Lazarus is gone, correct?
Yeah,
Is that
her
what you
little
just said?
robot is like basically following in her tracks, but hasn't made it all the way down yet.
Oh my god, do we have to go after this?
Probably a good idea.
I'm gonna walk. What's down in the thing?
In the hole?
Yeah.
It's kind of a clear shot. You can see it, but it's just pretty far down. Like, she looks like she kind of hurt her legs doing it. But you don't see, like, any goo or anything inside of this hole. It's almost like a blast, like something blew up somewhere, and that's the hole that like, leads back down to the third level.
So is there a way for me to use the grappling hook to, like, lower me in there? Is there anything it can hook
Absolutely.
onto?
Yeah, there's some
Okay.
debris that maybe we'll say the explosion, like, ripped some debris like this outwards. So you can hook the grappling hook onto there and just pull down.
Then I'm gonna do that.
We'll say that is, you don't have to roll anything for it. It's not a really hard hole to get down, and there's easily a grappling position, but that will be your full turn to get down there.
Yeah, which is fine. Can I leave it connected and toss it back up for everybody
You
else?
just leave the rope, like, just
Okay.
leave it fully extended so that it's available for everybody to get down there. So you get down there, you land on your feet, and you see the yellow troubleshooter. She's like about to pick up the little Lazarus robot. Lazarus is still trying to do the thing, but she's about to pick it up. So that leaves Jason. Now it's your turn.
So I am on the ground with my skin dissolving, right?
It has stopped dissolving, but like you can kind of see bone in a couple of places.
God. So am I like trapped by this creature?
No, Boris managed to make it retreat back into the vents, so right now you guys are free.
Okay. I'm going to panic and shout for Lazarus and just blindly, like, face first, like, dive into this hole.
The hole?
Yeah.
You don't even use the rope?
Nope. I'm diving.
Okay, I need you to roll chutzpah plus athletics.
Good. I'm good at that.
Good.
As long as I don't get all 3s and 4s again.
It means you do it, but something funny happens. So, like, what ends up happening is you like tackle dive, like swan dive almost into the hole, and what you end up doing is you basically spear that yellow troubleshooter. Like, you just whoosh, and she just like kind of like and then falls backwards, and she slides for a little bit, but she doesn't like fall off the bridge or anything. She's just severely maimed. Like, you kind of like broke a couple like her arm and stuff like that in the process of that. She's like, oh, what the hell? And now you're standing in front of Lazarus, who is still making his little death march to get closer. Maria, it's your turn.
Make that like sound, and then go over to the hole and look down it, and then just and just jump in. Because well, okay, I guess I misremembered where that rope. I thought the rope was down the hole. Is that not?
It goes down the hole, yeah, but like you can use it to get down the hole, is what it is.
That's what I want to do.
So you're just gonna Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just your turn then. You don't need to roll for it or anything. Ty,
Sweet.
Boris's turn. Oops.
Boris will chase after friends. Yeah, he will use rope, though. He will use his rubber glove on the rope and slide down.
Alrighty. So you get down there. So all of you are now there. It's 3 of you, Daisy, Liz, and Boris are like here. They're here. And then the Dave is here. That's inside of Lazarus. And then Drew is here. And then the yellow troubleshooter's here. So the yellow troubleshooter gets up, and she goes to tackle Drew, who's in the way now. So Drew, I want you to roll. Let's see. Probably just athletics and chutzpah again, in all honesty. Or no,
Good, 'cause
chutzpah and melee, because she's gonna grapple you.
Melee. Oh. Oh my. I was like, keep saying athletics because it's my best stat. But
That's why I'm switching it up.
a 1, but I don't have a negative.
Oh, okay, then it's not bad.
Okay.
So did you get? That's it. You just got a 1.
Yeah, I got a 4 in the front computer and a 1.
Oh, okay. So she just kind of goes to grapple you, and she just manages to kind of push you out of the way. And then she picks up Lazarus. She's like, we finally got you, the free enterprise. She freaks out. She drops Lazarus. Her eyes turns purple. She's like, yes, time to get a skedaddle onto these sails. And you see her kind of like start to turn on her heels towards the transport. I guess that's both the Dave and the yellow troubleshooter's turn. So Emma, it is back to you.
Can I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, but hear me out. I want to shoot the grappling hook to grab her, assuming that it is going to travel from her to the grappling hook, but then I'm gonna drop it.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep. So you basically want it to infect the grappling hook.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's do brains plus guns this time.
Brains and guns.
You're being sneaky.
I'm always sneaky. Okay, so 6 on the computer die, and then I got 4, 2 2s, and a 3, no negative.
Alrighty. So 4 is 2 2s. Okay. So because you got a 6 on the computer die, you shoot it, and it goes off without a hitch. You basically like hit her in the face with it, and like it grips into her head and yanks her backwards. In the process, you see the lightning start to come, so you drop it, and you're like, yeah! And the grappling hook starts to connect, and it goes back, and you just see that it is contained in there, but it starts to drop. and then her little robot friend runs out between all of you and starts to run to her, her little master, and the grappling hook drops on it, and it just goes, and then it starts to like swerve a little bit, and it starts to beeline for the ending. Lazarus, with his little like wheels are not working so well, he tries to block it. He's like standing in the way. That was so now it's Jason's turn.
I'm going to try to grab it, but I'm going to put on my one red rubber glove.
All right. Roll brains plus melee.
That's all 0. So I rolled a 1 on the front computer.
Oh, okay. It didn't do anything. The rubber glove certainly didn't stop it. So you pick it up, and then it infects you, and your eyes turn purple, and he's like, no, that didn't work, friend. you drop the little computer thing, and you turn around, and you look at the transport hub. And you have like your part of your skeleton showing, and your eyes are glowing. You look a little terrifying. Maria, it's your turn.
I'm gonna turn on my flashing flashlight straight into his face. Try to blind the virus out of him, and just kind of like, I know it flashes, but I'm like turning it off and on. So like I imagine it's like strobe lighting in his face.
Roll
and I'll say, stop it!
Roll brains plus science.
Okay, well it's a negative node, but I got a 6 and 2 5s. Including friend computer is a 5, but then I also got a 1, 2, and a 4. So I have.
Okay. So you start flashing him with the flashlight, and it gets into his eyes, and it like confuses him, and like it tricks his circuits or something. He's like freaking out and everything, and he stumbles, and he ends up falling off of the bridge that leads to the transport bay, and in like a slow motion dramatic thing, you see him falling, and then all of a sudden there's a piece of debris underneath him that he just narrowly misses. But he totally hits the other one that was next to it, and it just blows his head off. Like it's like a spike that's like the size of his head. His head just explodes. And you see, like, one of his eyeballs, there was a purple light in it, and it just fades. But, luckily, because you are on the 3rd floor, you see a clone vat. Then there's, like, a light from it that just goes... And out of it comes 2 Drews. None of them are infected with the Dave.
We are Legion.
Are they both still high though? Is the question.
No, they're free
Okay.
of that. And you just see the yellow troubleshooter get up, and she just looks like at you guys, and she goes, "Ah, you suck!" She pulls her gun out, and she goes to shoot at you guys. I want Boris is probably the closest one to her right now. Boris, roll chutzpah and athletics.
Great, okay. 3 on friend computer, 2, 3, 3, 6. And that was negative.
It was negative 2, 3, 3. You got a negative and a positive. So she clicks. When she shoots you, she shoots you right in the shoulder, and it's a yellow laser gun. So it like basically kind of blows your whole arm off, especially because you're not wearing a shirt or anything, because that's you. And what ends up happening is that shoulder was holding a strap for one of the buckets of grease, and it falls onto the floor, rolls towards her, but because of her laser fire, it was on fire, and she just explodes. Like the grease tub just blows up, and you see like parts of her just fly off of the bridge and down into the pit with one of Drew's old bodies. And she doesn't come back. There's no you see the clone device trying to make another one, but it just can't. It just like and it just shuts down.
Was she even real?
Was this whole thing even real?
Is any of this real?
No, it's all a tabletop RPG we decided to play tonight. We're all using our imaginations to have fun.
Imagination.
I want to high five myself.
Yes. Alrighty, and with that, we're out of combat.
Good.
Because there's nothing left to fight. They all blew up.
The Drews are going to scoop up Lazarus like a little, once again, like a little injured baby bird and just hold him.
It puts its little hand on your cheek and then drops it.
No!
And then the little light in its eyes doesn't do anything. It's fine. Its arm servo just kind of gave up. It's totally still alive. But yeah, that leaves you guys on the bridge, like basically right next to the bridge that leads to the transport pod.
I think this sector seems clean enough for now.
So, what do we tell them?
We cleaned everything, and they don't ever have to come back here, just like we don't ever have to come back here. And I think Liz is just gonna start, like, shuffling people away back towards the transport. This has been a great experience, a good team-building exercise. We can all learn
It
from
cuts
this.
you off mid-sentence. The second you scoot everybody right next to the transport hub, 7 guns just come out of the transport hub and shoot all of you dead. Like, to just smithereens. Like, there's just literally nothing left of any of you, as it just kind of completely destroys any trace of your bodies as you get close to it. And then, let me, hang on.
Good God, I didn't see that coming.
Did not?
I was thinking of more things to do with a second me.
Yeah, no. You reawaken in the transport bay back in Sector HYT, which is where you started. The second you get on your feet, so the second the clone tubes drop you, you're met with another gun, and then you feel your body tingle from, like, the feet up, almost like you're being scanned by something. Friend computer then pipes in and says, "Thank you, citizen. A job well done." And another mission complete pop-up triggers. You also notice a winking emote of the friend computer icon next to your clone count, which has not gone down thanks to the last disintegration, or I guess disintegrations in Drew's case, caused by the friend computer. Please report to your red clearance debriefing chamber. And the old familiar arrow pops into your vision once again.
Our treason stars are gone, right?
Yep, y'all died. Your treason stars are wiped.
Excellent.
Y'all.
Did I still lose a clone for the one death?
You
though?
lose a clone for dying once, but you don't lose 3 clones for dying technically 3 times.
Okay. Where's Lazarus?
Oh, he's not with you.
No!
But you see the transport pod come into the dock, the orange troubleshooters. They've gotten their friend out from the pit. And you see the door open and a little Lazarus. It's such a heroic moment. Everyone tears up. Even the orange troubleshooters tear up. They don't even know why.
I'm gonna go get him.
Yes.
And then with that, I will follow the arrow.
All right. We return to the red clearance debriefing room. Vernon is sitting at the table. He opens his hand and motions for one of you to take the only other seat. Since your mission, there's now one TV plugged in, a hole in the wall with wires exposed, and the new phone is plugged into the other wall, and it vibrates as it rings, but nobody answers it. In the other corner are now 2 bodies of Harry, and next to the old birthday decorations. And you also notice that the poster about the Gehenna incident is gone. And Vernon just kind of, he's, "Congratulations on a job well done, troubleshooters. It's a surprise to see you here." And he's a little like, okay. What can you report about the mission? How did it go?
Things are a lot cleaner.
A lot cleaner? Yeah,
A lot.
yeah, clean. Whole sector,
Yeah.
huh? Got it all? All that dirty... just keeps winking.
You have like an eye twitch. Are you okay?
Yeah, hang on. He He like cleans his eye. Okay, that was bugging me all day. Did anything peculiar happen while you were down there? No? No? We have reports from your camera that we saw a yellow clearance person down there that we did not assign. That seems pretty peculiar. Are you lying to us?
I just assumed that she was being honest with us and that she was supposed to be there.
Well, if the
She's not
loyalty
clear.
officer assumes and does not double check their work, then that is treason. So, you see a star pop up.
How am I supposed to double check my work when I couldn't contact anyone?
That is an issue that you need to resolve any way you could have. Don't make me give you another treason star. Anything
I'm
else?
just saying it might be really good to be able to communicate with people in order for me to do my job.
Friend computer pipes in and just goes, I'll let that one slide.
I'm like trying really hard to get another treason star.
Going out of your way for it.
Yeah.
We saw via the footage that you took, both with your Cortex and with the high def camera that you had on you. There appeared to be what looked like goo. Was that taken care of?
The glue was scrubbed.
Scrubbed clean. Good. Cleanliness officer, I'd like to give you 25 XP points for doing your good job. Equipment officer, couldn't help but notice a mop came back without its hat on, and also your tiny laser pointer basically was a floating eyeball at one point. So I'd like to give you 2 treason stars for not doing your job correctly.
That's fine, but I'm gonna say that little robot is a goddamn hero.
Oh, he's been thrown in the dump a long time ago. He was so broken, there was no coming back from that. I mean, we just probably could have put new wheels on him, but like, what's the point, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, well, he's dead now. So, did you find anything of value or note?
Do you value underpants?
I mean, we all should. It's treason not to. Those are God's gifts to pixels. Saves RAM on the friend computer, you know? He doesn't have to pixelate so much stuff.
Well, I saw a lot of underpants.
Oh my god. There's an underpass cache down there?
New underpants.
Oh my god. Was there anything wrong with it? Is it still usable?
Now it is, yeah. Because we cleaned it.
Unexpected valuable find. I'd like to give you 25 XP points for telling me about such a thing.
Oh, thank you.
But I'd also like to give you another treason star for not reporting this immediately the second you found it. That is equipment, after all. I mean, we should have known about it before right now. You think, right? It should have been brought up. It's fine. You still get a treason star. It's fine. Were there any mutants, traitors, or terrorists, or any suspicious activities found down there? I'd like to give all of you a treason star for taking so long to go. I am very suspicious and terrified right now, shaking in my goddamn boots. Are any of you traitors, mutants, or terrorists?
No.
Nope.
Yes.
Yes?
What?
Yeah. Yes.
I think I heard yes. Give yourself a treason star. In fact, give yourself 3 treason stars. You just admitted to being a terrorist.
My accent is not always easy to understand, apparently.
And then, can you present proof of a job well done?
Well, we took some cleanly photos afterwards. There was even one with me and the robot.
Yeah, but we're talking about a very specific thing. Can you present photos of that being eradicated?
Don't know the specific thing, and I don't think it exists.
No evidence? We're gonna have to get a crew down there to look around then. Everybody give yourself a treason star. What the heck? What's everybody at now?
Well, I'm at 5.
Immediately above your head, 5 treason stars come up, and you see Vernon start to go for his gun. But that means that he is a wanted terrorist and he needs to be killed.
I'm gonna take my pistol out and shoot him.
Yes. you do that before Vernon does. His head explodes and splatters against the wall, and another tube comes down, releasing him into his seat. Oh my god. Bravo! Give yourself 500 XP points for killing a terrorist. Oh my god. Did you see that, Drew? She killed a terrorist! It was amazing. Quick to the trigger. Loyalty officer, give yourself another 150 XP points for doing your job.
I do see it, but I still see the mess of the terrorist on the wall.
You got a point. Give yourself a treason star, Boris. You're not doing your job.
Boris is at 5.
I'm gonna shoot Boris!
Yes. Same thing happens again. So both of you do actually lose a clone for that. Emma, you give yourself... I don't want to have to keep... I don't want to kill every single one of you off every 5 seconds. So you give yourself another 500 XP points for killing 2 terrorists.
Sick.
And from there, that's a good point to kind of fade to black, or actually pan out of this room. And as we wrap up, we see Sector THA being swept by an army of red troubleshooters, the sector then shifting and adjusting as it's being linked back up out of the dump and back to being integrated with Alpha Complex. We see Jenny looking at the image of the neon river with glee, reporting her findings to a purple screen with a symbol of the Mystics on it. We then zoom out and we see Raz R. Height, your red clearance overseer from the first episode, in a well-lit room with Wesley R. HYT and other members of the Free Enterprise, their symbol on the wall behind them, as they're inspecting the footage of Jenny inspecting the footage that you guys gave. We then zoom out in between sectors of Alpha Complex, and you can see mutants practicing their powers, traitors forming secret societies. We get a glimpse of Wasp Name the Not Dead, the terrorist you killed in Episode 1, running away from yet another group of red troubleshooters blasting away at him. This will now be his 8,571st death somehow. We see yet another group of infrareds unplugging the red goo in Sector Hoy, and just as we'd cut to what would be the surface, we fade to black, because that's a mystery for another day. And that is the Sector THA mystery arc for, I almost said Call of Cthulhu. Paranoia! Brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, it's mandatory. Go around and, out-introduce ourselves? We'll start in the same order as last time. We'll start with Ty.
I'm Ty. You can find me at Ballroom Brawler on Twitter. You can find me here. I think next weekend we're doing Chris is running something. We'll probably do another Rhapsody of Blood soon, which is now up on podcast and YouTube part of it. Keep going up. And on Tuesdays on Dice Priory, where I run a Monster of the Week campaign with Emma here. And it's very spooky and fun. My favorite moment from this evening was probably Lazarus. I liked him. He was my favorite. He's real good.
I do a really good job of making really charming little robots.
Yeah,
and murdering them.
Correct. That was my favorite.
Hi, I'm Maria. You can find me at HappyCapster on Twitter. And also here a lot. You can also find me on Dice Priory on Tuesday nights playing in Monster of the Week. Also in Rhapsody of Blood here doing that sort of thing. those are all the streaming things I'm doing right now. I'm doing a lot of stuff off stream, but that's irrelevant, but super cool. My favorite part was Tripped Out Drew. And also Chuck. I very much like Chuck.
Oh, yeah, Chuck. R.I.P. Sad.
Jason, I played Drew. You can find me as Tcuddler on social media, and I think the only ongoing games that I'm doing right now is Paranoia. And favorite moment? Probably just the fact that we fought underwear monsters. I made that my character's entire point. And Emma.
Hello. I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. You can find me here sometimes in this and in Ty's Rhapsody of Blood campaign, and also in the game that Chris is running next weekend. Yep. I always have to look at time like, what are we doing?
What's happening?
And you can also find me Tuesdays at Dice Priori in Monster of the Week. So, my favorite moment from tonight, there are two. One of them is that I left when you described the underwear, and then I came back and didn't question it. I just was like, okay, underwear goo creatures, of course. And your realization, Dave, was really hysterical. You're like, wait, you don't know.
So good.
And then my second favorite moment was Lazarus just trying so hard to get anywhere with his one arm. That was delightful.
Even when he was possessed by murder.
Yep.
And I'm Dave. I was the friend computer for tonight. You can find me at Mystery Mythos. Ty and I are now tag teaming, uploading the stuff to YouTube and podcast. Right now, your main duty is Rhapsody of Blood. I'll still probably be doing the ones that I run, but we're going to share the load so that it's not all on me, which is nice. But you can find us on Twitter at Mystery Mythos. You can find us on YouTube at the Mythos Mystery Society, and podcast is the Mythos Mystery Society. And my favorite part of the night was the absolutely chaotic jump between, like, basically playing football with a virus because it just kept passing between things and stuff. And with that, we are the Mythos Mystery Society, and we are signing off. Brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, it's a taste you grow into.